Welcome to the sunset on this Minecraft world. As you may or may not know, Crater City is no more, the server has been shut down, so I can't show you any more of Area 51 or any of those other builds. I did actually do a little bit more on Area 51 before it shut down, but that's beside the point because I can't show it to you. This is an older map. This is my very first Minecraft map. I'm running 1.8 here, but I thought it'd be interesting just to revisit here, do a little bit of archaeology, and just with my modern eyes look back a good few years to how I was playing the game when I just started. As you can see, I was certainly going for the dirt house approach, but kind of an elaborate one. It did start off as this little dirt box, as so many starter houses are. But I had a few diamonds. They're not that many. My storage, of course, wasn't tremendously organised, but then it never did get very organised, did it? Nothing up there. I did have some paintings up, but they all popped off when I converted the map. So let's just put up some paintings. I can't remember exactly what was where. If we go up here, go up to the first level, there's more storage, none of which was used. And out here, this was jumpable. Oh, you can see there's a couple of beacons I put up on those hills. The idea there was that I could go wandering and find my way back with the beacons. Didn't really work because they're not, even if you put lots of lights on them, they didn't really show up. This was, of course, before beacons proper were in the game. But at this stage I certainly wouldn't have been able to get that far. I wouldn't have been able to get through the wither. I did go into the nether. As you see, there is a nether... Whoops. A nether portal. What is it? Oh, that's down to the ground floor. I thought for a minute... Did I leave anything in the furnaces? I thought for a minute I may have made a path underground to the mines, but I obviously didn't. Now, of course, the wisdom of one of these dirt houses is immediately questioned whenever you have a creeper attack, and it took me a long time before I actually started lighting up this area. And my farm area is dismal. I don't think there's any... Is there any irrigation whatsoever? I don't know. It looks like it might be okay. Maybe I actually dug underneath. Let's have a quick look. I haven't even got a shovel. No. For some reason the sounds aren't playing on here for the moment. I don't know why. This is my farm, of course, partially open to the sun, but it did still seem to work. This was my roller coaster. And you can just set it going and off it goes. Oh no, there's some sound. So yeah, this is my little fun fair. Left shift to dismount. Of course, back in the day when I built this, you had to destroy the thing to get back in it again. Now, even in these early days, I did actually fiddle around a bit with some mods. And if we make our way over, bearing in mind that my equipment isn't that brilliant, hopefully I won't run into any mobs that are too fearsome. We'll see if we can make our way up to that mountain. So I've got a bit of an idea where certain things are, but it's obviously been years since I really had a look around this map. I've loaded it up a couple of times, but there's a few things around here. I mean, even pointing out into the distance. Let me just show here. These areas, they don't look totally Minecrafty because I did actually install a world editing mod on here at some point and used it to experiment a bit with levelling out the landscape and changing certain things. And in fact, if I'm correct, if this is the map I'm thinking of, There's an area across here that is absolutely desolated because, if I can find it, I'll explain why. Right, I think I found what I was looking for. It wasn't quite as bad as I remember because I did use some world editing to clean it up a bit, but you can see these scarred pieces of land with the bare stone and the sandstone, and also these mounds of water, and there's also kind of ridges under the water. This was originally a plains area, if I remember rightly, and I converted some of the dirt and definitely some of the dirt, maybe some of the air as well, into fire just to see what would happen. And of course it completely raised this area. What are you doing here, square of water? Not good enough. Is that going to actually do anything? There we go. Come on. Yay! A spring. But, yeah, I think I cleaned it up a bit. This was the kind of thing that I got up to in the old maps. But I didn't do an enormous amount of building. Do you know, it's funny, I kind of remember now the layout here. Going towards here we had that lava stream. I know that there was a route through the nether which led to a really dramatic overhang, but I can't remember what I did with that. I may have taken it down, or who knows, I can't even remember where I am. Up on the hill here with the beacon, you can see my approach. 5 pillars covered with torches, not terribly effective. Probably should have used something like glowstone, but even so, still not as quite as good as the house in the swamp. That was always much easier to find. Let's go back down there again. I'm kind of curious now to see what I may have left in the nether. I don't think I left much, because I've got a funny feeling I probably just nipped in there and then came straight back out again. I've got my ooh, come on! I've got my flint and steel, so we'll have a look. We'll have a look and see what I may have left in the nether. Might be interesting to visit some of my other old worlds, because I know there was one actually called Depthlands where I set up a world. I set up a base and did all my mining and everything and got everything going, and then I got bored with it and I set up a new base 10,000 blocks away. And in some ways it'd be really interesting, first of all, to visit the new base, because of course that's where I'd respawn, but maybe to try and make the trek back to find the original base. So that 10,000 block journey back, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what's in the nether. Come on, what's here? Did I do anything in here? I know there was a nether. Whoa, set myself on fire, that's always a good start. Doesn't look like I did a huge amount here. To be honest, at this stage in play, the nether was a place that I just go to and leave in a panic, because it was, even though there wasn't nearly as much in it as there is now in the modern game, it just seemed like, oh dear, this is too hardcore. Oh, hello, what's up here? I'm just curious to see now. Oh! A rail. So how do I get down there then? I did leave something interesting. So how do I get down to the rail? That's very interesting. I must have had a way of doing it. Did I use ender pearls? I don't think I would have had enough. I'm surely I didn't go into creative or something cheaty like that, because it. I know that there was one. When I was first experimenting with rails, I know that I did build in the nether a rail system that went right the way down a cliff face, And don't think it was this map, but maybe it was. But if that's the case, where is it? Is that the way down? Of course, I'm hopelessly lost, but who cares? Let's just dip down, see if we can find a way down. What I used to do later on was I would actually just light up netherrack in a line telling me where to go. Obviously I hadn't thought of that yet. Well, that's interesting, because I want to know where that rail goes. Have I got any ender pearls on me? No. That's irritating. Oh, hello. Hello. Maybe this is the one I was thinking of. Does look like it. So let's see if we can ride this. I mean, the big question is, how was I supposed to get here from... Oh, look at that. You know what's happened. It's put me in a different portal position, hasn't it? I built quite a lot of rails around here, didn't I? So this is even weirder now, because I've got these 2 rail systems, and I don't know where they go. One of them... Well, let's just take them, see where they go. So I don't know where this one goes. Hopefully it won't just drop me off in the middle of... Wow. Where's this one going then? Come on, keep going. They must have changed the... Mind you, I was using a lot of gold here, wasn't I? Maybe this was creative or something. Come on. That's weird. I certainly can't imagine I had that much gold lying around. And I certainly had access to lots of glowstone. Anyway, let's see where this ends up. I have a vague memory of one that ended up in the middle of the ocean. I don't know if this will be it. Oh no, here we go. So what's this? Oh, is this the overhang area? Look at that! There's still obsidian here. Still blocks here left from when I was messing around here. This is the overhang area that I walked to originally from my base, and so I must have made a portal back. It's not that far from the base, as I recall. It's only something like 1,000 blocks away, but it felt like a big adventure at the time. Right, so let's go up all the way to the top. I have a feeling, I do start to remember now, that this is part of the reason for the multiple portals, that it was an early run-in with the difficulties of getting a portal to appear where you want it to, particularly at the right altitude. Yeah. So let's go back, see what the other rail line went to, because I thought if there was a rail line it would have gone to that sort of overhang structure, but that makes me then wonder what the other one was, because there were 2 rails. So let's go back. Hopefully won't run into... Have we got any arrows? Hopefully won't run into any ghasts. Because obviously when this map came out, you know, the nether was brand new, so there were no nether fortresses at that time. There were ghasts. Can't remember what else really. It's been a long time. If you could hear some banging, that's my dog jumping up at me. She doesn't really agree with Minecraft. Down we go. Right, this is the one that goes down the cliff. Really didn't go lightly on those gold rails, did I? I must have got some gold a cheaty way. Must have done. So this is the rail that I could see from up there, and I can see a portal there. I don't know where that goes. Where's this? It's funny how they're not lit. Maybe that's what happens when you're importing a map. It unlights all the portals. Oh, we're okay. So this obviously hasn't worked. It's created a second portal, you know, free obsidian of course, but is this just the is this that maybe that same desert that I was looking at before? No, it can't be because it's in the wrong direction. Okay, I don't know why I had a portal here. I don't know why I had a portal here. Interesting. Let's go back. I suspect this was the time when I'd first come across portals and I was just thinking, oh, let's build portals everywhere. Let's see where they go. But then again, I must have had some awareness because I did connect them all together. Surprised I didn't end up like Geronimo, given the amount of rails that I'm building. There's another one over here. What's this one? And we still don't know where that goes. And there's another one over there, look. I think actually that's the one that connects to the railway. Right, come on. Oh, hello. Now this, at first, my first reaction was, oh, this is glitched and I've ended up in a cave, but clearly this is where it always ended up because it's well lit. So I don't know. How ironic that this portal actually works. The one that actually sends you into the middle of the cave system. So back to the nether. And we'll find out where this train goes. There's another thing I've just noticed actually, which is I don't seem to need to be eating anything. At some point, I certainly don't remember ever doing any saturation hacks or anything, but it may have been some peculiarity of importing the map that it's left me with some ridiculously high level of saturation. Because I've still got this full stack of steak, you know, full eating health and everything. I've been leaping around the place like nobody's business. Right, so there's 2 portals on this landmass. And I'm setting fire to netherrack left, right and centre. Come on. Right. I'm really hoping that I don't end up... I'm really hoping it was another map, the one that was in the ocean, because otherwise I'll have no hope. Because I'll just drown immediately. Oh, now this I'm not sure about, because this is dark. So maybe this isn't where it was originally supposed to be. I'll go back, because I've got no reference point. It's not like I can tell you, oh, this was meant to be such and such. I didn't even put signs on the portals saying where they were going to end up. Of course, these days I'd put signs on everything. I'm also curious to see if that cliff railway actually works the other way. You know, if it will take you still up to the portal. Oh, interesting. We're in a valley. Don't know where this is. I have a funny feeling that this is just a matter of plonking down random portals and seeing where they ended up, but they're all so close together in the nether that really I think that they're probably... It probably wouldn't surprise me if this desert isn't maybe the same one that we saw that other portal. Yeah. Okay, let's head back. Let's see if the train works the other way. I've just had a sudden realisation here. There's no mobs anywhere, are there? Apart from domestic ones. That could only mean one thing. This map is on peaceful. There we go. This map's on peaceful. Again, I think that just tells you a lot about when I was starting out in Minecraft, how... I know it was a while before I switched to playing harder modes, but of course, I mean, I've I think the last map that we played was on hard mode, and I've done up the UHC and stuff since then. It's just, I don't know, it all seemed so daunting at the start. Right, let's see if this will take me up to the top. This amount of gold, it certainly should. Come on. Yes. Nicely parked. And hopefully this will take me back to the house. I know this wasn't the portal that I arrived in, which is what confused me. Yeah, it worked. So this was a view of my very first Minecraft map. By the way, you can just see over there where the cursor is, there's a hill there that I've very obviously smoothed out with a world editor. It was almost a perfect cube. It was one of the earlier terrain generations, and it produced a hill that was in the shape of a cube, and it really annoyed me, so I smoothed it off. There you go. Also, you can't see it now because I took it away, but I'll tell you why I took it away. In the house, I set up these stairs, of course, and I remember when I was coming up here, through this window, there used to be there, it was a rock formation, and the top of it always just looked like it was giving me the finger every time I come to the top. And so eventually I thought, right, I've had enough of this. And with conventional mining tools, I just dug the whole thing away. Yeah, so that's my approach to my very first Minecraft map all these years later. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I may do some more of this stuff with another map another time.